Boom! What's up, YouTube? Coach Corey here. Together we'll do it better. Going live here. Oh man, I forgot. I'm supposed to do that first. I'm going to start this over here in just a second, but let me. I'm going to actually record this. All right, boom! What's up, everybody? Coach Corey here. Together we'll do it better. I am doing a dual recording right now, so you can see my phone on my tripod behind me. Because I'm trying to document this journey, and I really want it to be something, kind of special, I guess. I don't really know. But I don't have a camera crew, right? It's just me doing this, trying to make the 100,000 in 100 days. And I'm shooting some behind-the-scene footage, so I just did a little training kind of thing. Using that camera on what I do for growing myself, growing my brand or whatever on social media, right? So I wanted to do this live so that people can see, in the documentary that, hey, this is what you kind of do to do your live. So I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just messing around and taking action. Like, that's the most important thing when it comes to being successful. Now, my allergies are still jacked up, man. Texas is horrible right now with allergy season. But I wanted to do this video to kind of catch everybody up on what has happened through this 100K challenge so far. So it's the goal is to make $100,000 in 100 days. Right? Today is day 24, and haven't really made any money. I made a little bit, like a couple $1,000 basically, just in crypto investing, and then the market crashed a few days ago. So I think it actually took my numbers down. So instead of being at like 2,000 something, like I was at about $2,600. It's down to like $1,300 or something right now. But not a big deal. Like, I know it'll come back. It always does. But yesterday I had a really cool opportunity. I went and sat down with a guy. He does a show called Bo Knows Credit. So he helps people with their credit repair, right? So we met at the $1 Million Mastermind that Ryan Stillman threw a few weeks ago. Like, when I first kicked off this challenge, right, on day 3 and day 4, I was actually at this live mastermind, which I got a free ticket to, which was super cool. One of the people that I know on Facebook gave me a free ticket. I was like, yeah, dude, I got to take full advantage of this because, again, Grant Cardone, who is one of the people that inspired me to do this challenge through the Undercover Billionaire show, says, contacts equal contracts. The only difference between the two is the R, and that stands for relationships, right? So in order for me to complete this challenge, I think it's going to be a huge benefit, or a huge part of my success is going to be the contacts that I create, or the connections that I make, the relationships that I make along the way, because it's all about finding out who people are, how they help people, right? And then if I can find people that they can help people with, I can be that mediator, the person in the middle. Like, so basically, I'm taking on this persona of Corey the connector, right? I'm going to help people connect their products or services with the people that are wanting the products or services. And then in doing so, I'm going to get some kind of commission out of that, right? Some kind of affiliate referral fee or whatever you want to call it. I will make money when I can help somebody else promote their stuff that makes them money. They give me a commission for doing so, right? So up until right now, the whole game plan is getting myself in front of as many people as possible, right? Making sure that people know who I am. They get to know, like, and trust me. And then negotiating some kind of deal with them to where if I can sell their products or services, I get a certain commission of it. So far, I am in solar. So anybody that's watching, if you need a solar system on your house or your business, reach out to me. I can hook you up. I'm representing Good Energy Solar, which is an awesome company. They're basically like the Travelocity of solar, right? So it's not just one solar company. They go out there and actually work with a whole bunch of different solar companies, and to make sure that you're going to get the best deal. So just like Travelocity, you can get tickets, airplane tickets, much cheaper on Travelocity than you can if you go to the airline's actual website, right? So if you go to AmericanAirlines.com, tickets might be $400 a piece. You go to Travelocity, you get them for $300, right? Something like that. So the same thing works in the solar industry, and the company that I'm working with is called Good Energy Solar Brokerage, and again, anybody that I can refer to them, I I can basically sell it. I can do all of it myself, right? So I can set up the appointments. I can actually close the people, or do whatever. And then based on what I do, I get a certain commission rate. So if I just set the appointments, if I just find leads that I can send to them, and those people end up closing, I get a certain percentage. Now, if I send them leads and then I end up closing the deal myself, I get another percentage, right? And that's going to be probably one of the best ways, easiest ways probably for me to make the 100K in 100 days. Solar is a pretty hot thing right now. You see, I mean, I see ads for it all the time, but it's probably because I've been searching for solar a little bit. But there's a lot of great incentives going on right now, at least in America, for solar. So you got to be living in America for me to help you. But if you know anybody and you want to refer them to me, I can give you a $500 referral fee if they end up purchasing the system. So that's like the first thing, right? The second thing is I'm probably going to be going door to door to sell solar, right? So I'm going to be going around neighborhoods, knocking on the doors, trying to sell solar. But if they don't want to buy solar, I can also try to do other things. So whether I can maybe see if they need their bathroom remodeled or kitchen remodeled or whatever, I can try to upsell that service. And then I got some contractors that I can reach out to that'll actually do that work. And then again, I don't have to do the work. All I have to do is connect it to, and I'll get a commission for it. And then lastly, because I used to coach lacrosse, I'm reaching out to my old lacrosse players. They're all like juniors, seniors in high school right now, looking for a summer job maybe, to get them on board with this, going door to door selling the solar. And then if we don't sell the solar, we can downsell into maybe a power wash service for the driveway. So I saw this on TikTok. People are making thousands of dollars a week power washing people's driveways. And if I leverage the lacrosse players and the lacrosse team, I think we can do a lot more driveways, right? Like I can get the equipment, make sure the guys are getting the jobs done faster. We can line them all out throughout the week, and then ultimately do a whole bunch more than just me on my own doing it. But I ultimately will give them a certain percentage of the commissions as well for that service to their team, right? To the actual club. That way they have, money for equipment and all that kind of stuff, right? Because lacrosse is really expensive. The team that I coach is just a public school team. So it's not like a private team where like everybody's, rich, all the parents are rich and they can afford all the equipment. It's really more so for regular public student or public school students, right? And they just all come together. So I'm going to leverage that as much as I can. I might even be able to sell solar to their schools. If I can do that, the 100K won't even be a blink in the eye if I can sell a solar system to a school, right? So who knows what's going to happen there? You never know, right? All you got to do is go out there and try. But that's that. The other thing is trying to reach out to like car dealerships, which I know they're super hard to get a hold of. But if I can get in with car dealerships, I can offer the solar, which would be huge, which is a huge benefit for car dealers anyway, because they can pay off the system in like 3 to 5 years based off of what they're already paying for just their electrical. But also, a lot of car manufacturers are starting to go electric, so we can sell the charging stations for that as well. And if they are going electric, they're going to need that kind of stuff anyway. They're going to need to consume even more energy. So that's my first thing. If I can get inside of dealerships that I can sell is solar. If not, like I said, I was talking to a guy named Sean B. Bradley. He has Dealer Synergy Group. He does training, coaching for car dealerships on how to sell more cars. So he takes a car dealership that sells maybe 100 cars a month and scales them to 300 to 400 cars a month, right? Which is a huge difference. So he's got a program that goes along with that. And he also has it just for car salesmen. If you want to buy in to his program and you're just a salesman and you want to learn to sell more cars, I can sell that as well. So those are the things that I've kind of been working on right now. I got like my first real good lead yesterday as far as the solar goes. So when it comes to the solar system, I reach out to my old contacts, people that I've worked with in the past, like kind of businesses or whatever. One of them is a car wrap shop, right? So he wraps cars. I'm sure you've seen these and stuff before. But I went over there to see if he'd just be interested in doing an interview with me on, my Millionaire Lunch show that I'm going to be doing, where I sit down with a millionaire and I ask him 12 different questions that are from the book, The 1 Minute Millionaire. And I'm gonna have a show on that. So I'll have my own separate show. It'll probably be here on my YouTube channel, but I'll probably end up putting it on my Roku channel as well. But anyway, I went over there just to ask him about that. Like, hey, would you be interested in sitting down with an interview? And I kind of gave him the spiel of everything I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do 100K in 100 days. I'm doing that through solar or whatever. And as soon as I said solar, his ears perked up, and he was like, "Oh, I was actually looking into solar myself." So I was like, "Oh, sweet. Is it cool if I just put some quotes together for you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'd be interested for sure." And I told him, it's going to take. I got to get your at least your last 3 months worth of electric bills, or how much electricity you use over a year would be perfect. And he's like, "Yeah, absolutely. Come on up." I went up to his office, and he pulled out his electric bills. I got his electric bills. So that proposal is going in now, and he wants it for his house and his business. So if I can land just that one deal, if I can get that one contract, right? So contacts equal contracts. That one contract could get me probably halfway to my goal. If I can sell solar on his house and his business, I could probably be $50,000 commission on that. Which I'm just sharing that here live, but that's because the commissions are so good inside of solar, right? Like you have really high commissions if you can do the whole process, right? Find the contact, get them set up, and sell it to them. If I just did just the contact part of it, I wouldn't make nearly as much. I'd only make like 30% of that, but still, that one contact now, if that goes through, which you never know, it might not. But if it does, I'll probably be already halfway to my goal just from that one contact, right? And then the cool thing is once I get him on board, now all of a sudden I can say, hey, do you know any other business owners that would be interested in this? Or do you know any homeowners that are looking into solar, right? Because a lot of times, if he's going to solar, if he's going to get the solar system, now all of a sudden he's going to have people coming over to his house, they'll see it or whatever, or he'll talk about it, and he'll say, hey, yeah, if you want it for your house, go check out my friend Corey. He's the one that hooked me up with this one, right? So that's basically what it's all about. But yesterday was a super cool experience because going back, I kind of did like a whole runaround. But going back to at the beginning of this, I was talking about the $1 million mastermind that Ryan Stewman put on, right? And I met a guy named Bo there. He does Bo Knows Credit. So wrapping this all together, Bo helps people get better credit, to build their credit, to take stuff off the credit report and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sure you guys probably see this stuff all over the place too. But I got to meet him, got to talk with him, and we just kicked it off. Like, off the bat, it was an awesome experience. And we've been, texting each other, calling each other on the phone, trying to figure out how we can leverage each other. So this is what I came up with. One, I can promote him and his credit repair company, right? And maybe get a little kickback whenever somebody goes through and gets their credit fixed. For one, but two, if I'm going to be selling solar, one of the things that is required is a minimum 650 credit score. So a lot of people don't qualify just because of their credit. Well, now I have somebody that I can refer those people to. Like, hey, you don't qualify on your credit, which that's okay. Let me introduce you to Bo, because Bo knows credit. He's got his own YouTube channel and stuff about it. But he's going to help you get your credit score above that 650, maybe 700, or beyond, depending on what your needs are, right? So he really helps people that are wanting to purchase, a home or something like that, because you have to have good credit to do that, right? But he's got a bunch of different ways of doing it. So I can promote him though now to anybody that doesn't qualify for the solar. I can promote them, or I can introduce them to Bo. And once Bo helps them establish their credit and stuff, I can get a little cut of that as well, right? So it's all about putting all the pieces in place. If I can have a person for each step of the process, right, then the more money that I'll be able to make, because I'm just connecting one person after the other, and I'm getting a commission from all of those. So anyway, but yesterday he does the Bo Knows Credit show. So I don't think the website's up yet as of the recording of this live, but it will be up soon. It's called BoKnowsCreditShow.com. And he's doing the similar thing, right? So he's sitting down interviewing people. I got to go to the studio that he recorded in, which was super cool because, it was like a legit studio, it had multiple cameras, lights everywhere, and it was just a really cool experience to be there. We're sitting in front of a green screen, and they put like the fake background behind you or whatever. But to just have that interview, doing interviews and stuff like on Zoom is cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's a completely different experience when you go and sit down in the studio with somebody and do it. And that was just super cool. So I'm going to be on one of his episodes, which obviously, anybody that watches his show is then going to get introduced to me. And I'm working on doing a show with him, right, so that I could promote that to my people. The same thing, right? And that's what this is all about. Contacts equal contracts. It's going to be the best way for you to grow is to get out there, get to know some people, get going with it, and then see how you can help them, and then see how they can help you, right? So it should always be the win-win situation. If I scratch your back, you scratch mine, right? And it's just going to be a beautiful thing. So that's what I got for today. Day 24, like I said, I mean, I got a long ways to go as far as making the 100K, but I also know that, it doesn't take 100 days to make 100K. You can get one deal, excuse me, my sinuses just kicked in. I could land, potentially I could land one big deal. If I landed a car dealership for solar, I blow the $100,000 out of the water, right? So I could focus solely on just trying to get a car dealership for the next, whatever it is, 76 days. I could do that, right? And if I get one, the 100K is easily accomplished. That's the point of this challenge. But going forward, because today is day 24, there's not any money kind of coming in yet. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to, right? It's all about filling up the front end of your pipeline, and then they're going to start coming out on the back end. So just like in the Undercover Billionaire, where it takes them basically the whole 90 days to get this business up. Like, they're not making money until basically day 90 when they launch their business, right? So same kind of concept applies here. Put in a ton of energy up front. Do not give up, right? And then somewhere, I think probably somewhere in the next 25 days is when I'm going to really start making some money coming in, right? Some kind of money. Now, it's not going to be huge amounts of money probably, but it can be good little chunks of money selling different products and services or whatever. And then ultimately, it'll just keep ramping up and scaling until at the end, at that 100-day mark, I think I'm going to hit that 100K without a problem. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And if you're enjoying this, if you think I should do something better, I'm all about getting feedback. Obviously, I know I'm not I'm not the best when it comes to video quality and stuff like that, right? I'm trying to do this all on my own. But that's the other thing. So I met this Sync Lab Media. Right, so they're here in Dallas. They're the ones that actually did the studio. They're the studio that we were at yesterday, right? So that's what they do. Right now they're out of my budget, right? I got to make the money to pay them to do the show, kind of thing. If I was going to do that, go that route. But anyway, that's it for today, right? I am I'm trying to figure it out. But I think that's going to be a cool part of the system too. Is that over the course of this 100 days, you're going to see me going from maybe really poor video, right, to better or best video, quality by the end of it. Who knows? It's just a complete journey. So I appreciate you all being here on the journey for me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? Subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends, and help me grow this thing, because if I can do it, anybody can do it, and I will have your back, I promise you, if you got mine. So until next time, guys, we will see ya.